Welcome to the 12-13 JU Women's Basketball Preview. I'm Terry Norvelle, the voice of the JU Dolphins, joined by women's basketball coach Jill Dunn. Coach, we'll lead off with kind of a look at the roster. I mean, a good blend of 8-ish or so returning players. You go out and get a couple of JUCO players and a couple freshmen. You have to replenish your roster continuously. Just kind of overall your roster this year going into the season.
Well, we're excited about our team and our roster. You just met Tracy Sneed and Jade Cargill.
Sure.
But obviously, they're two kids that have definitely carried us and gotten better every year. We've got Bree Peoples also coming back. Like you said, we've got eight returners. So Maggie Wilson, Madison Scott, Roe Mitchell, Ciara McLee, a lot of names to throw in there. And then we've got a versatility with Stephanie Edwards coming in from JUCO route at the point guard position, and then Queen Alford and Brianna Brown as our freshmen. So we feel good. We feel like we do have a lot of versatility. We feel like we got an inside-out punch, and we feel like we'll be able to get out and run and really put some defensive pressure on people in the roster.
Coach, last year, really the MO of the JU women's basketball team was stealing basketball. I mean, just an incredible year of either forcing panic steals from the opponent or anticipating. Do you anticipate that type of year this year? I mean, you guys were just adept at taking away the basketball.
Well, that was definitely one of our strengths last year. I think we ended up finishing top 50 in the country in steals. So defensive pressure is definitely something that we really preach and really is our style of play. It's something that in my 8 years here at JU, we've been probably in the top 3 every year in the conference in our defensive ability. So that's definitely something we want to continue to build and grow on.
Let's look at the schedule for the JU Dolphins women's basketball team. Obviously the meat grinder of the A-Sun, you've been around it, you know the venues, you know the trips. That's the back half of the season. They open up again with a number of BCS schools, Clemson and Auburn and South Florida mixed in. Schedule overall, non-conference, and then we know the conference we'll talk about.
Well, a very tough schedule as always. We open up here with Florida A&M, and then we bring Bethune-Cookman in here. So we got 2 home games right away, which hopefully is good. We can get our fans behind us, get in a comfortable environment, get 2 wins out of that. And then we go on the road to FAU, come back at home against Vermont. That's a couple of games before Thanksgiving there. After Thanksgiving, we go to Jack State. Like you said, we've got a couple of BCS schools. We go to Clemson. We play South Florida at home, so hopefully that could be a huge major upset. To bring a BCS team in here, we're definitely going to do everything we can to make that happen. And then, we also play Troy. I know I'm leaving out some teams,
Sure.
But we also finish up before Christmas at Auburn before we get into the conference play. So we feel like those 9 teams have definitely got us, will definitely have us prepared for our conference play, which is always a dog race to the end.
And you mentioned conference play, a really unique situation, and I don't know if it's pro the new school or pro the existing schools, but we open up, we kind of sandwich the conference season. Open with Northern Kentucky and close with Northern Kentucky. Nobody really knows about them, but they don't really know about us. Is there an advantage anywhere in there?
I don't know. Hopefully we'll watch a lot of film before we play them. That will be our one way of finding out about them, reading a lot of articles, doing some research on them. But we're both in the same boat. Like you said, neither one of us have ever faced each other, but it is interesting. We open up with them and close with them, and like I said, it'll be a very interesting season.
Coach, thanks so much for your time. We're going to catch up with a couple of coaches, players here in a moment. You are watching the JU Women's Basketball Preview. I'm Terry Norvelle.